So I studied tropical diseases at the University of Liverpool. Of course, as an undergrad, we had a plethora of different modules that we had, but of particular interest from the tropical disease course was the project that I had in my final year in terms of how mosquitoes, the proteins were migrating in mosquito vectors. This was very marked for me, partly because I came from Nigeria and this was a disease that affected people locally for me, so it had an ultimate impact in the long term. My work as part of the response to COVID-19 initially started off from a diagnostic dimension, really. And this was me working with the NHS in Liverpool, so Liverpool Clinical Laboratories. Part of my work was really contributing to increasing local testing capacity. And the idea at the time was to ensure that Liverpool Laboratory was able to do around 10,000 tests a day, which was really quite critical at the time. And so that's the first part of the work that I did in relation to COVID-19 response, was working in diagnostic with the NHS. The University of Liverpool International College was certainly my foundation for the path in terms of career that I chose to take. I had an excellent time coming from Nigeria. It was pretty much new to me at the time. I made excellent friends that still continue to be my friends today, that I went on to have a great time with in uni. And I think just looking back in time, really, a lot of the experiences that I had at the time shaped my decision in terms of the modules that I went on to take when I moved on to university, and also the practical sessions that I took of what I found to be helpful for me, both in the short term in university, but in the longer term as a PhD student and now as a postdoc. In the short term, I see myself being able to use the practical skills that I've been able to garner in my experience to contribute within an African setting to how we respond to diseases, how we better understand diseases, and how ultimately it would have an impact in terms of bettering people's lives. In the long term, I hope that all the work that I do just has a practical impact in bettering people's lives from a health perspective, reducing burden of diseases, improving lives, quality of life overall. Not just in Africa, but I think on a global scale.